If you're over 40, the goal shouldn't be to lift heavier. It's about getting stronger without getting any pain. So today, I'm going to talk about the safest way to build strength after 40. First exercise, goblet squat. What does that look like? Grab a dumbbell. You're going to cup the dumbbell, put your hands like a diamond. Find yourself a bench, or you don't have to have the bench. I'll just show you both ways. So just the goblet squat is just like this. So you're going to find a bench, stand in front of it, hold the weight either like this or like this, just depending on whatever feels comfortable. You're going to try and sit back onto the bench, down, come back up. Now the reason why this is a safe exercise, and also if you don't need the bench, sit down just like so. 3 sets, 12 reps. Now, one of the key things for this is it's joint friendly, minimal impact on your lower back, and you can, with the goblet squat, you can work the depth a lot more, and you don't have a barbell on your back, so it's not as pressure, especially as we're aging. So when you're over 40, 50, and 60, generally people tend to not have that range. So a goblet squat is just very good posturally, probably good for the more of the mechanical work of the body, and overall safer, which is what we're all about. When you're training as you get older, it's all about being safe, but also getting stronger. So goblet squat, like so. Just working that depth, trying to get that range as much as you can, and just pace yourself. Go 3 sets, 12 reps, 15, 20, whatever it is, but just try and work as best as at your capacity. Number 2 is an incline push-up. Now, the reason why I want to do it on an incline or a barbell is because it's a lot safer on your joints. Again, it's more mechanical and you can get of a deeper range rather than on the floor. A lot of people can't have the range, or they're not able to do a full push-up on the floor. So usually I get them up, especially if they're a little bit older, 50, 60, and can't get up and off the ground fast enough, then we can do an incline push-up like this. So find the bar, arms shoulder width apart. You're going to lean back and then just bring your chest towards the middle of the bar, just like so. So as you can see, I can get a deeper range than as in if I was sitting or laying on the floor, I wouldn't be able to get this far range. So it's a lot more safer. You can go a lot more deeper. Very, very good for the joints. So it's joint friendly. That's what we want as we get older. You want safer exercises, but you still want to build strength. You still want to do all the things that you did when you're 25, but you're not 25 anymore. So you're trying to do different exercises, but still build the strength, which is what we're all trying to do. So just like so, full range, but also works, gets the range in your shoulder joint as well, so it stretches out the shoulders and the chest. Again, 3 sets, 12 reps, 15, 20, depending on your level and depending on what you're trying to do, keep it between those ranges. Number 3, resistance band rows. Again, when we were 25, 30, we were doing dumbbell rows, lat pull downs, all these things, which are okay to still do. But as we're getting older, it's all about building strength the right way. So you don't want to train, if you're 50, you shouldn't be training as you were 25 because you're going to hurt your joints. So these are probably the safest ways that you can build strength, but also fixes up. This is a key thing. The reason why I added this into the list is if you're working a lot in a desk or in a corporate job, or if you're sitting down a lot, this is a good exercise to fix the posture, to pull your shoulder blades back, because a lot of people are doing this. So it's all about pulling the shoulder blades back, desk posture, as I like to call it. So grab the resistance band, pull it around the bar, squat down just a little bit, grab the resistance band, stick your chest up and out as much as you can, pull your shoulder blades as far back as you can. So see how, as you can see me, really pulling apart like so. So you want to have a good stance so you're not falling, but you're also keeping your shoulder and your chest out as much as you can. You're going to feel your back and the back part of your shoulder blades click, but that's okay. That's just trying to fix your posture. So if you're always like this exercise is going to be really hard. So you're going to pull your shoulder blades back, rotating shoulder blades forward and back, mimicking that dumbbell row or lat pull down. Again, 3 to 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps. Go to your strengths. Do a lot more if you can, because a lot of people have that posture. So I tend to do a lot more with my clients because a lot of people really need a lot of rows, because everyone is on the weaker end with their lats and rows and dumbbell rows and things like that. Okay, number 4 on the list is a glute bridge. Now, this is perfect for the joints, for the spine. Basically gets everything for your glutes, glute connection, the glute movement, trying to activate your glutes, lessen the load on the hips, especially if you're sitting down a lot. And if you're getting a little bit older, this is one of the safest ways to build strength. Now, lay on the floor, feet firmly on the floor, hands by your side on the floor. You're going to lift your hips as high as you can to the ceiling, squeeze your bum cheeks as hard as you can, come back down. Simple movement, simple exercise, but trying to build strength as we're getting older. This is one of my go-to moves for everyone, especially in the warm-up of your exercise routines. This can be a staple in the warm-up, just trying to activate your glutes as much as you can. So you want to do about probably 12 to 15 reps as much as you can, trying to get that burn. You can use a resistance band against the knees to really fire if you want, but if you don't need them and you just do these, you can probably do a lot more than what I normally say, especially with the glutes. You can probably do about 50 of them just to really fire them up, especially if you're going into a leg exercise or a leg routine at your gym. You want to warm up the glutes properly. Instead of going on a treadmill or the bike, if you just did 50 glute bridges, you're already warm, so you already can go into your deadlifts, your squats, whatever it is, whatever you're doing in the gym. But that's a great way, the safest way to build strength. Glute bridge. Number 5, last but not least, is a dead bug. Now, I added this because it's a core exercise. So I've done legs, upper body. So I've done sort of 5 main sort of movement patterns: push, pull, bend, twist, core. And that's basically, like I wanted to say, it's the safest way to build strength after 40. Now, dead bugs. It's a great core exercise, especially not doing sit-ups or crunches, because I definitely don't want you to do sit-ups and crunches anymore, because they hurt your back and they hurt everything else in part of your back. So dead bugs is just the alternative that I get everyone over 40 to do in the gym. Great for the spinal flexion and stretching, great for the core, great for the pelvic floor as well. A lot of the times when I speak about core, not many people know about the pelvic floor. Most women do, because they've done it in their postnatal classes, especially if they've had a few babies, but not many men know about the pelvic floor because they haven't been trained properly. So a lot of the pelvic floor, that's where the real core or the real strength comes into it, and dead bugs just gets that into it. So lay back down on your back on the bench with your feet up, like in a tabletop position, head down, arms straight up in the air. Now, this is just opposite hand to foot. So if my left hand goes back, my right leg's going to go down, and then you match it up. So before you do any movement, when you're like here, you want to flatten your back against the bench. You want to holding the P as hard as you can, like you're busting for the toilet, and then do the movement. So left leg, right hand, opposite side. Right to left, left to right. Whilst maintaining the pressure of your back against your spine against the bench. You want to maintain the pressure. As soon as you feel like you're losing that pressure, stop and then restart, because then your back is going to take the weight. So you just want to try and go as slow as you can. Don't rush these things, otherwise your back will get sore. So you're just trying to do that. Extend opposite hand to foot, trying to reach as far forward as you can whilst maintaining the pressure of your back against the bench, and you're holding in a P as hard as you can for that pelvic floor connection to work. Stomach as well with the rectus abdominis, working with your legs and hands at the same time. If it's done properly, it's a very hard exercise. It's not easy. A lot of people just do their arms and feet, swinging them like they're going stupid. But that's not how you do it, because your core is actually not on. You're just swinging your hands and feet for no reason. So again, you want to do that for about 30 seconds straight. You do as many reps as you can, but with the proper form. Those were my 5 go-to exercises for the safest way to build strength after 40. give them a go. Let me know how you go in the comments. And if you love that video, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and share the love.